Hello, I'm Fernando Sosa, and you're watching Mindset of Steel. In this live show, we are going to help you crush your limiting beliefs, punch fear in the face, and take action in your business and personal life by focusing on the 80% psychology and 20% strategies. Welcome again. If this is your first time here, thank you for being here. If you're watching on the replay, welcome as well. Now, I'm very excited today. This is episode number 2 of this weekly live show. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about what typically happens after you attend an event and what happens the day after. And typically what happens is we lose momentum. And we're going to dive deeper into that and see how we can prevent it from happening to us. So if you know somebody that would like to watch this live, go ahead and share it. Share it on your social media. Invite other people to join us, and we can have a conversation or comment below, and we can have a conversation and follow up even now or in the replay. All right. So one of the things that happened to me, I'm going to share a small clip. I attended a 50-hour event recently, and I knew that after that event, something is going to happen that typically happens. And it's happened to me a lot, but it didn't happen to me this time because I'm already aware of this. And it has to do with momentum. So take a look, and we're going to talk about it next. I knew this was going to happen. And I just want to share this with you because and it has to do with momentum. I know we all have our lives and our different situations, and everybody's different. And once the event is over, they were saying it at the event, keep the momentum, because once the event is over, now what? So for me, when I woke up, I have 2 5-year-old twins, and I also have a 13-year-old. But the 5-year-old twins are a handful, and one of them woke up very early, and I'm still, haven't slept very much, but so they woke up very early. So it completely, and she was throwing a tantrum for some reason I'm not going to get into. But the morning routine, the priming, all of that stuff went out the window, and I still haven't had a chance. And then right after, my wife works in the hospital, so she has to leave early, and so I stay. I have to work, and the kids are here now. So my morning just, I didn't have the time to focus, and I have to work, so I have all these things to take care of as well. So that's my situation, and I know everybody has their own thing going on. So make sure that you don't lose the momentum. Whatever happens in life, you still want to stay on track. And one of the things that we heard was you have to schedule it. Whatever it is that you want to do, you have to schedule it. Otherwise, life is going to pick up and just sweep you away and sweep all the plans and all the things that you have in your head. If it's not scheduled, it's not going to happen because life continues to move on. So schedule whatever you want to do, schedule it, make sure you have a plan. So there you have it. If you don't schedule it, it's not going to happen. Now, I've been a victim of this, of taking courses, spending a lot of money on events and courses, and then right after the event, a couple of days pass, and then life just happens, and we are on autopilot, and then we basically lose momentum. So what we should do is, before you go to an event, at least this is what has worked for me, before I go to an event, I know I'm going, but there's a purpose, there's an outcome that I want from whatever it is that I'm doing, whatever it is that I'm going. I'm not just going to spend time to waste my time. It's something in return. So go with the mindset that you are going to do something afterwards. So when you're there, take notes and do whatever you want to just capture the moment, but don't leave it at the event. When you're done with the event, you have to think at least one thing from the event you have to take and implement. There's a statistic that says out there that the majority of people that go to events, they don't implement anything. Very, very few, though, they just go for the moment, motivation boost, get all this knowledge, and then they fall flat. And that's happened to me a lot. So you want to make sure that even before going there, you want to know that you want to get something out of this. So when you're there listening, you're relating to what you're listening to your real life. And then you're ready. You're booking time. You're scheduling time to take action right away. That's very, very key. And don't get stuck procrastinating and thinking, oh, I'm going to do it someday. Someday doesn't happen. Someday is not a day in the calendar. Someday leads to a place called nowhere. So schedule it, put it in the calendar, and take action. Now, I want to jump in here and share with you three lessons that I've learned from my running experience and how that affected my momentum. Because I know that I can implement these lessons in everything. And I'm sure that if you can relate as well. And even if you are not a runner, the lessons that I'm going to share with you now are applicable to anything in life. So I'm going to jump ahead on my whiteboard and share these three things with you. So let me. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump over here. Let me just put my mic here. So I've been sharing on my social media that I've been running in the morning the past 2 months, and I've been improving over time and going farther and farther. And today I reached a big milestone. Today I ran six miles, the longest I've run. Now, it didn't just happen. I didn't just run 6 miles. It took some time. It took several days, weeks, and months to get to where I am now. So how did I keep my momentum going? Now, one thing that I realized not too long ago, it was a couple of days ago, is that what I do when I'm running, and I'm talking about running, but you're gonna see, you can think about replace running with anything else in your life. When I'm running, I'm listening to music. I have a playlist of music, a playlist that I call a running playlist. And I have a lot of good songs there, songs that are upbeat, right? I'm not listening to classical music. I'm listening to songs that are upbeat and workout music, and that keeps me moving. So I'm running, and I have my playlist, and I'm enjoying my playlist. So that's the first thing that I wanted to just talk about is your playlist. Okay. In running, it's key to listen to music and run with a playlist. So what does that playlist do for me in terms of running? It helps me get motivated, because when I'm running and I'm reaching a point where I'm tired, and then all of a sudden a song comes that is active, that is moving, I already pick up the pace because I'm following the music. And it keeps me going, But today, or actually 2 days ago, I reached the limit in my goal in running, that my playlist finished. So I ran out of songs in my playlist. So now after that, the next day I had to add more songs to my playlist. I have to change my playlist basically, because I'm already running longer distance and longer time. So my playlist needed to be updated. So I went ahead and updated my playlist. And then so now, and I have a new playlist. I'm moving again. I am enjoying my playlist. So the lesson that I picked up from that is that you need to be able to have the mindset to change the playlist as necessary. Now, I want you to think about this. The word playlist, replace it with whatever you want that applies to you. Replace running with whatever you want that you're doing in life. That you have a goal, like my goal was a 6 mile goal, and I'm running towards that goal, and I'm using a playlist. What goal do you have in life? Okay, and what is your playlist? Your playlist in life could be your habits, your patterns, the things that you're accustomed, your routine, how do you do certain things? And this can apply in relationships, in work, your personal life, in business. You typically have habits when you're doing something. That is your playlist. So you need to be able to have a good playlist that helps you in your journey to wherever it is that you want to go to get to that goal. And you need to be able to change and make adjustments to that playlist. So that's something that I picked up in my morning run when I had my playlist. How important is my playlist? And I'm picking my favorite songs, or not my favorite, but songs that I like and that keep me going. So have a playlist in whatever it is that you're doing, and be open to change. The next thing is that I found myself over tracking. I found myself over tracking my steps. I keep track with my watch, my progress of how many miles, how my heart rate and everything. And I found myself that I was checking it too often. I was checking it every minute. What progress? Every minute. And what ended up happening is that I lost track. I was losing focus on my run. I wasn't enjoying my playlist. And I was over tracking. Yes, you need to track, but yes, you need to have milestones, and yes, you have to have goals, and yes, you have to, you have to track. But over tracking, you go overboard. And I found myself going overboard when I was tracking my run. And then I was losing momentum because I was checking my watch. I was checking the distance that I was running too often. My watch already has a counter that alerts me when I'm reaching my half a goal, when I'm close to the goal. So it already does that. So there's no need for me to be over and over tracking. That happens in life as well, that you set yourself a goal, you're trying to do something, and you're spending more time tracking than doing something. Has that happened to you? It's happened to me. Be careful not to over track. Enjoy your playlist. Again, I'm going back to the playlist because it's so important. The playlist, let me tell you something. I was here. Let's say I was here today or 2 months ago, and I had my goal here that I reached today, 6 miles. Okay, so to get from there to there, it was not a straight line. It was not a straight. The journey. This was my goal. This is my goal that I reached. But that journey wasn't a straight line. It went up and down. There were bad days, good days, bad days, good days. That's how it is in life. Pick whatever goal you want. Forget the running. Pick something else. Going to a place, earning a certain amount of money, getting a promotion, opening a business, whatever that goal is. If you're here and you want to get here, that journey is ups and downs. But more importantly, this journey, you have to enjoy it. Enjoy this journey. Have a good playlist, because you cannot just focus on the end result. You can't just focus on the destination. Yes, have a goal, but this journey can take days, weeks, years to get to a goal. So what happens in between? If you're just focusing on this goal and you're not focusing on the journey and you're not enjoying the journey, you're going to be stressed and miserable. So you have to have a good playlist. You have to have a good playlist. What is your playlist in life? In whatever it is that you're doing, please think. Not run. If it's running, perfect. But I'm sure there's something else in your life that you have a goal and you have a playlist. Are you enjoying your playlist? If you're not, be open to make changes to that playlist. Okay, and play, and you use it. So this playlist is very important. Again, success without fulfillment is failure. So don't just focus on the end result. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy and you're going to be happier like that. And my friend, I'm talking to you the same way I'm talking to myself. I actually like to watch my videos, and it's like talking to myself in the mirror. This applies to me as well. I'm not exonerated. So you have to focus on this journey, okay? Whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And you're gonna have a better outcome because you're having fun. I'm having a blast running. I'm enjoying it. I have a good playlist. I'm running and I see progress. I'm having fun. I have a good playlist. And I have to make changes. Like today, the last couple of days, I did a change to my playlist because I was running farther. So that's very key. Don't overtrack and have a good playlist. So that's what I wanted to say. Now, the third thing that I wanted to talk as a lesson that I learned, is that we have limiting beliefs that are holding us back. 2 months ago, I wouldn't have thought that I could run 6 miles. When I couldn't run like half a block, I was like exhausted. I was in bad shape. but I have this 6 miles. Are you crazy, Fernando? I had and that for years. I ran like 5-6 years ago. I was running same, but not like I'm running today. But I would have not thought that I could run 6 miles. My highest goal was like a 3K, which is like 2 miles or something. But 6 miles, and I can still go. My belief now, I can run a marathon. I can run whatever, right? Other people can do it, right? Whatever the next step is, that's where I'm going to go. My limiting belief with running, it's gone. I crushed that. Now in life, in other areas, I have limiting beliefs. Everybody has limiting beliefs. Even the most successful people have limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs, human nature. What we have to work on is to crush those limiting beliefs. Crush the fear. What is fear? How many things have you stopped doing because of fear? What is fear? Fear is not, you can't even see fear. Fear is in your head. You stop doing certain things that are real, tangible, because of something that's in your head. Fear? So look, you have to realize that some things that we believe in are limiting beliefs that hold us back, and you have to see what that is and overcome that fear, because you don't want to be regretful of not doing something because of fear. Once you break those limiting beliefs, you take action, you have a good playlist, you set your goal, you're off to the races. But don't get held back by your limiting beliefs. So that is the third lesson that I kind of picked up from my running, is that there's so many things that I can do that I have not done because I don't think, it could be limiting beliefs about how much money you can earn, where can you travel, what can you do, who can you talk to, who can you meet. It gets endless, endless. So, but you have to kind of make your own self-assessment and see what is this? Is this really true? Or is it in my head? Is this a fear, 4-letter word that is just preventing me from doing something? So, my friend, those were the 3 lessons that I picked up from my morning run. Most of them, the last one came from today. Let me know what you think. Yep, thanks, Cynthia. If you have any comments, feel free to put them below. Even if you're watching on the replay, I'll follow up. If you enjoy this, check it out on YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, this is playing on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Feel free to share it with somebody and comment below. Engage. I'm looking forward to hearing your comments. This is a weekly show. So we have a list. If you go to mindsetofsteel.com, we can you have a list that you can sign up to be alerted when the show goes live, and if there's any schedule changes. I'm going to have some guests coming up in the near future, and that's all for today. I'm going to see you next week at the same time and the same place, and I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Have a good night.